Pre-1994, many felt segregated about the injustice of apartheid. As the country transitioned into a new dispensation, many had the freedom of exercising their rights. Youngsters in Kimberley raised their voices about the day.
Freedom Day means that we are all free and stuff, and it's more about we're looking back at the difficulties we've been through, like for instance apartheid.
Freedom Day means a lot to me because it's where the world got free, basically. Like it got free from segregation. People were oppressed. They couldn't voice out what they actually wanted.
It's the very same day whereby black people were allowed to vote. This day, it was on the 27th of April 1994. That's when the first elections were held in South Africa, and then black people had access to so many things, as access to universities, just a lot of things. Like there was no apartheid, so this day actually brought democracy into our country, and here we are. I am free. I'm able to work, access any buildings, go to any university, and do everything.
It was the day our country, in the apartheid era, people were marginalized. Like black people, they were dehumanized. They didn't have any rights, basically, right? So Freedom Day to me is the day that our country was freed from that, and we got to break away from that. And also, I feel like with Freedom Day also comes responsibility. So we should know that on Freedom Day, we don't just celebrate all of the sacrifices that our ancestors made for us in the past, but it also means that now we should take responsibility for our freedom and be grateful for those sacrifices that they made, and also appreciate it,
With the 2024 elections coming up, they have mixed feelings about exercising their freedom to vote.
Yeah, I think it is, because you are making a change. Yeah, I think it is important.
I feel like we actually can improve.
No, I'm not going to vote. I'm not going to vote next year. My reason being that we can't be having elderly people ruling this country. I think the elderly people only focus on the elderly people's issues. So we need people that are younger, energetic, people that are willing to rule this country in an appropriate way that this country needs to be ruled. The youth that understands our needs and everything that we need. You understand?
Yes, I will be going to vote next year. Firstly, I have to vote because I feel like my vote is not, I'm not just voting for me. I'm voting for all of the people who can't vote. That is now my little sister, my little brother. So technically, I'm their voice, So I should use that voice to speak about the state of our country, because as you know, that our country is in the worst that it has ever been, so that is why I am going to vote, and I have to vote.
One youth activist believes current challenges facing the country deter young people from participating in democratic processes.
It's a time where I think a lot of people are yearning for change, and the social, economic, and political issues are in our faces every day. It's concerns that we are confronted with on a daily basis, from load shedding to unemployment. There's a lot of issues that affect young people, and I think young people are talking and having conversations. And one of the things that we speak about is just how we can bring that change, how we can improve the systems that are meant to bring that change. So I'm quite hopeful, but the reality is that there are gaps in civic education. There are people who still don't know why it is important to vote, and we need to bridge those sort of gaps.
As many feel free, some are still pessimistic about celebrating the day, since their lives have not changed for the better. Reginald Vidboy, SABC News, Kimberley.